What's been interesting is that, it's one thing to get invited to dinner. It's one thing to be brought to somebody's kind of cultural community. But what I feel with the museum is that they've given us the keys to their culture. We were definitely intrigued by certain aspects of the collection. We decided to choose the point, basically roughly early 20th century when Jews was coming and immigrating to New York and really revitalized the textile industry of the country at the time.
In the case of this project, we took letters and assigned each letter in the alphabet a color, or in this case, a textile pattern. And what we did was we took quotes and phrases from different sources in the museum and transcribed them and created a 30-foot long tapestry.
We have a lot of people who have been involved with the production, but then what you realize is that when you start to break down some of these cultural borders and you start to get to that basic level of humanity, and something like textiles and quilt making and the history of it is something that most cultures can embrace and relate to, and something that a lot of people, their mothers and grandmothers, they grew up watching them doing that. The lady that was here volunteering the one day, she grew up in a tenement.
And the first thing she said was, "Hey, you guys are in the schmata business." She said, "Hey, you guys are basically in the rag business, man. You're in the schmata business, right?" And that was great. And that sort of really put a pin on what we're doing. That we are taking rags and we're transforming them. My personal tale within this project is that I come from a family where art's not even a thing. It's sort of not part of our consciousness. The only other person that was creative in my immediate family was my great-grandmother, who just happened to be a seamstress. She made her living by sewing. And so that sort of resonated with me, sort of knowing that history.
One of the things that we decided to do, and one of the things that we were attracted to within the collection, was the reality of the tenement structure, which today is very comparable to low-income housing. We wanted to take that 250 square feet and bring it to different places of historical significance within Philadelphia and New York. So what we did was we went and we taped off what would be roughly about 250 square feet. And then just setting up shop and sewing.
But we went to these areas because of the old sort of Jewish community still resonated within this neighborhood. We still had 2 synagogues that we set up in front of. But what once were synagogues, it's interesting that people who were brave enough to interact with us tended to be children. They were like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?
What's this?"
and "Hey, man, you ever seen sewing before? Or you know about sewing?"
And everybody involved with the project has really given their all and really did as up to the task amazing a job as you possibly could ask for.
And again, I'm really pleased with how the piece turned out. And and I hope that the museum goers and staff and everyone that's involved in this project is sort of as amazed or appreciative of sort of the outcome as I am. I love the piece as a work of art. And yeah, man, I don't think we could have done a better project if we tried.